All right, y'all. I'm with our 16-foot, 15,000-pound dump trailer. You want to make sure before you back your vehicle up to it that it is high enough, or you risk damaging the trailer or, more importantly, your vehicle. So just make sure that it's high enough if you need it to go higher. This guy here pops out. Bear with me as I set the phone down. Anyways, this guy here pops out, and you can crank it to raise this up here, give you a little bit more height. I'm going to show you real quick how to hook this bad boy up if you've never done it. As soon as you get lined up, make sure that your bail up here is open. Right now it already is, but just make sure that's open. Takes a 2 5/16 inch ball. This guy here, since this is new, sometimes I like to just give it a little swift, very light kick so I don't bust my knuckles trying to get that open. So, step one, you are going to crank this down onto the ball. And I'm going to fast forward because this is going to take forever. Eventually, you're going to get to a point where you see the jack tongue come up, lift up off the ground a little bit, and you won't feel as much pressure as you're cranking. That means you're done cranking, you can put this bad boy back. Then, this is spring loaded here, so be careful. I like to put my foot on it so I can carefully let it up instead of slamming it. I'm going to pull back on this, let up on it. Hard to do with one hand here, holding up here. That's the slamming I was warning about. That's that. Then, we're going to come up here. Now that we know that it's completely down, we can flip this bail. Closed position. I'm extra paranoid, so I'm going to come under here and actually see that coupler is around my ball. So it is. We're good. I'm going to put this pin right here. Put this through here. Trying to do this with one hand. Then I'm going to attach my chains. If you guys don't know, you need to cross these, meaning this side chain is going to go to the opposite side on the truck. You're going to crisscross them. There's one. There's two. Then you're not done yet. This guy here, this is, if you break away, it's going to force your trailer brakes on. You don't want it dragging on the ground. You don't want it so loose. I actually like to wrap it once around here. It depends on the height of your vehicle. But just make sure that it's not so tight either that it engages. So that's that. We plug this bad boy in. Up here, you can see that there's a little lip on the outside edge. This is a 7-way. There's a lip in there too. You can see that. We put that bad boy in there. And you are technically the one responsible for going around checking your tires, air pressure. Make sure your doors are closed. Check your brakes, turn signals, brake lights, etc. That's it. All right, y'all. When you're done, you are simply going to reverse that process. So, do not pull on this cord. That's like any cord. Try to actually pull it from where you're supposed to. I usually just wrap this bad boy up and around, just to get it out of the way of itself. Take your pin off here. This you can let dangle, that doesn't bother me. You gotta pinch and pull up, it'll lock in that up position. These guys, I take them off and clip them back to where they were. There we go. Try not to leave them dangle for me, y'all. That's that. Now, you are going to use your foot, pull on this guy to get the spring out. I'm going to put the phone down to do it. And be careful when you come up because it might want to spring up if it's not in a hole. So don't injure yourself. Again, I like to give this a little tap to get it loose. And you're simply going to crank until your arm falls off to get it to come up. So I'll fast forward through that. All right, y'all, I finished cranking, put that back in there, and that's it. I can now pull out from my trailer. Gonna give you a very quick tutorial on this. Right now it's up. You're gonna come over here, if it's up, and I'm gonna show you how to put it back down. Bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand. All right, so here's your controller in here. There's up and down, it is labeled. There it is. It's down. This is magnetic. You can put it wherever in there. If you need registration, paperwork is in here as well. But that's pretty much all you should need to do. You can hook the battery up to your vehicle if you're so inclined, if you have it on an extended rental. Otherwise, we send them out fully charged, so you should not have to do that. I'm going to clip this bad boy back up. There we go. If you need to use the tarp on it at all, that's up here. This mechanism here locks it in, so you're going to want to pull that back to unlock it, and then it'll simply unwind for you here. And I don't want to fully unwind it, but you get the gist of it. This guy here picks up on both sides, and you can literally just roll that bad boy out. When you're done with it, you come back here, you reel it all in nice and neat, and once it's all reeled in, you pull your lock down. So that's what locks it back in as you're driving. What else? We will come back here. I'm gonna show you how to use the tailgate. It's barn door style as well as spreader style. You just undo this pin here, rotate that up, lift up and out, and that opens your door. Ignore the junk. This just came back from a rental and I have yet to clean it. But you can actually hold your doors open if you're dumping. This is really nice. And on both sides, this chain goes through here and it holds your door for you, which is nice. That's one door. We'll do the same thing to the other side. Again, doing this while trying to hold the phone, so bear with me. Come on, you. Both sides. If you need to turn this into a spreader tailgate, pretty simple. This spring-loaded pin, you just pull up on it and rotate, and that's going to release your tailgate up from under here and take your chains off. Pretty simple, and it's just going to pivot at these hinges. There is a spare tire on it. We are kind enough that inside the tongue compartment there is a 12-ton bottle jack that also needs to be returned to us. So we give you the spare and the bottle jack. We do not give you any tools. They just go missing too frequently, so you will have to supply your own tool set. So make sure you have that, but otherwise you do have your spare and your bottle jack. There she is in all her glory. You guys can check it out, www.rentkb.com.